Imagine this. A small street vendor earns somewhere around 5,000 rupees daily. No branding, no marketing, no expensive interiors. Now compare this to a 2 crore restaurant in a mall which shuts down within 3 years. How is this possible? Because the 6 to 7 lakh crore food service industry works completely different as we think it works. And in the last few years, delivery apps, cloud kitchen and technology has changed how India eats. Today we will break down that how the Indian food service industry works, why the unorganized sector still dominates, how apps like Zomato and Swiggy have changed everything, and which food business will dominate in future. So let's begin with this video. When people talk about the food service industry, they think about brands like Domino's, Pizza Hut, Starbucks, etc. But here is the reality. These brands represent only a small portion of the Indian food service industry. Nearly 65 to 70% of the food service industry is run by the small vendors, and this is called the unorganized sector. The Indian food service industry is massive. In 2024-2025, it is estimated that the total industry's worth is somewhere around 6 to 7 lakh crores, and by 2030 it is expected to rise somewhere around 9 to 11 lakhs crore. But the journey has been dramatic. The phase 1, that is the pandemic phase. In 2020, one of the most industry which was affected by the pandemic was the food service industry or the restaurant industry. Everything shut down in one day. Dining out stopped and the entire industry went into crisis. But the phase 2, the digital explosion phase, which falls somewhere around between 2021 to 2022, really helped the restaurant industry. But how? Apps like Swiggy, Zomato revolutionized how this industry worked. People started ordering food online, and now it's not people going to the restaurants, but the restaurants coming their home. And now in 2026, the industry is considered to be stabilized and looking for more innovations further. We always wonder that how restaurants actually make money. Let's understand the 3 major business models. First is the dine-in restaurants. This is the traditional kind of restaurants where people visit and eat. The main target of these restaurants is ambience, food and customer experience. But the problem with this model is that it comes with a very high cost to it. Examples of these restaurants include casual dining restaurants, fine dine restaurants, family restaurants. Second model is the QSR model, that is the quick service restaurant model. This is where brands like KFC and Burger King come into the picture. This restaurant focuses on speed and scale. The production process is standardized and many of them operate using franchise models. Third model is the cloud kitchen model. This is one of the biggest innovation in the food service industry. Cloud kitchens are restaurants without dining space. They operate only for deliveries. But why is this model exploding? The simple reason is its requirement of less money to begin with. You have to pay lower rents, lower staff cost, and also the place is pretty small to manage. It also comes with a benefit that one kitchen can operate multiple brands under it. One of the biggest change in the food service industry came from the delivery platforms. Apps like Swiggy and Zomato have made it so convenient for customers to reach out to restaurants and order food at their homes. Today, almost 25 to 28% of restaurants' revenue come from these delivery platforms. But this also created a new challenge. Delivery platforms often charge restaurants with 20 to 30% of commission per order. So, while the delivery platforms increase demand, but have somewhere affected the restaurants economically. Several trends are changing this industry, such as customers increasingly trust branded restaurants for hygiene, food service and consistency. This is why chains are expanding rapidly. Second is the cloud kitchen boom. As we discussed earlier, that how convenient are cloud kitchens to operate, and this have resulted in many new individuals to come into the business and start their own cloud kitchens, starting from household to big businesses. The cloud kitchen market is expected to grow from $1 billion today to $3 billion till 2030. The third trend is the social media culture. Social media has changed how the restaurants operated earlier. Now the food is not only about taste but also about experience. Restaurants have started focusing on making the food look more photogenic. Many restaurants now create dishes only for social media visibility. Despite the growth we talked about, restaurants face many challenges. Restaurant business in India is the most tough business to get in, and it's even more hard to earn profits in this business. The main reasons for restaurant to not make profit or struggle to survive is the high rents, rising food prices, rising commissions charged by the delivery apps, and staff shortage. This is one reason why many restaurants fail within few years. But now the Indian food service industry is at major turning point. Traditional restaurants still dominate, but technology, cloud kitchens and delivery platforms are reshaping the future. And the next decade will likely see more tech-driven kitchens, more organized chains, massive growth in tier 2 and tier 3 cities. But the real question is, will street food survive the rise of big brands? Tell me in the comments. See you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.